Hello, hello. Welcome to the third episode of the Phizcast. Apologies, since I'm recording this a little bit later. Sorry if my tone of voice isn't to your liking, or it's unexpected from last time, but hey, gotta roll with the punches, right? What can you do? And I suppose that's a decent thing to talk about today. I didn't come into this with a topic, I just kind of hit record and winged it, even though I've already scrapped 2 recordings already, but they're only like 3 minutes long, so that's all right. All right, let's go with this. Rolling with the punches. Hmm. Life sucks sometimes. I'm sure everyone watching this knows that for darn sure. Life can really get you down sometimes, like really bad. There are times where you just feel like you don't want to do anything. You just don't want to get out of bed or talk to anyone or eat or whatever because life has thrown something at you that you feel you can't handle. But if you're listening to this, it is a sign that you could handle it. It's a sign that you made it through, that you are still around to continue handling said challenges. And that is impressive. That is very impressive. Because even if it seems like a trivial issue, um it's important to you. And I know that. Because I've had things that I've gotten flustered and frustrated and super angry over that were really small in the big picture of things. But in the moment, especially then, they were the only thing I could focus on. And they just made me so mad. But I got through it. And still a pretty happy person, and I appreciate that. But, you know, that's just what rolling with the punches is. Even, boxers that are rolling with actual punches, they get up at some point or another. Even if they're down for a little while or knocked out cold and don't know what the world is anymore. But, you know, as said in the last episode, I've not had a lot of major, massive challenges. I mean, I've had a couple, but, that's for later down the road, I suppose. But I've had a couple, but there are some really messed up things that people go through that I just couldn't even begin to imagine experiencing. And I'm very thankful that I don't have to, but I use pretty much just the method of ignoring things or just pushing them aside at some point to move past them because I'm very much an in the moment person. I don't move on from things very easily. But what I have to do is I just have to remember that there are other things that I can be doing right now, and I just start doing them. And that's what kind of gets me through a lot of things. I get distracted, which generally, it's not always a good thing getting distracted because normally you associate that with people who you're not able to focus, you can't remember things very well. That's generally what you associate with getting distracted. But that means that they can't hold grudges for very long or be mad at people forever. And I feel like that's also another good thing, which can also lead to being naive, but that's another story. I would know I'm definitely one of those people that just gets distracted and can't hold on to things for too long. But, well, I can't hold on to the small things for too long, at least. There are some big things that are hard to let go of, but I'm sure you would know that. I'm sure you would know. Um, but yeah, there have been times in my life where I'm never gonna forgive you for this. Not one ever time. I'm never gonna talk to you again. And then here I am, some amount of years later, months even, where I'm just like, oh yeah, fine, it's whatever. I don't even care. It's in the past. What's in the past is gone. And I feel like that's another important aspect of rolling with the punches. You cannot change the past, no matter what you do. You can try and remember it differently. You can write it down in another way. You can tell people that different things happened. But there is absolutely no changing what happened. And you will remember that. No matter what you do, you will remember what happened. But just remember, don't beat yourself up over it if it was your fault. And if you know it was your fault, don't beat yourself up over it. That's a very important thing. People get caught up in living in their past mistakes, in getting knocked down and not being proud of what they did after they got up. But it is important to remember that the past can only help you shape your future, and it can help you live more. It can help you live more how you want in the present. It can be used as a tool to drastically improve you as a person. And I feel like that's a very important aspect of getting hurt, like getting, being in major amounts of pain, physical, emotional, whatever. But any amount of pain, it's things scar over, right? Wounds heal, and they don't affect you forever. They don't hurt forever. They may hurt for a long time, and it may feel like forever because you can't see the future where it stops hurting. But if you just take it and realize why you're hurting, you can use it to never be hurt like that again. Like that old saying. I mean, I don't know how old it is. It's from a song or something, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's just facts. If it doesn't remove the ability for you to move forward, you can move forward with even more ability. And like older people will tell you that they have a lot of experience. They have a lot of experience in many things, not just good things. Not all of them will tell you that. Everyone will have different stories from their past, but it's not always good things. It's bad things too, but they know how to deal with it because they've been through it. And that's not to say they know how to make you deal with it. They dealt with it in their own way. They dealt with it and they moved past it, and it shaped who they are, in somewhat at least. But that's not to say that you have to listen to exactly what they tell you is the way to get through it. Of course, though, that doesn't mean you have to ignore them completely. Everyone has some sort of input as to how you can get past some things. But sometimes you just need to hear exactly the right thing, or you need to hear a bunch of things and decide for yourself what exactly the right thing is. And I feel that rolling with the punches thing, man, it's really hard. But if you're able to do it, if you get down, it's pretty much an art form. If you are able consistently to, I'm not going to say forgive and forget because I feel like that mentality can be a little bit harmful because it prevents you from learning anymore, because if you just forgive and forget immediately, it prevents you from being able to use that experience anymore. But if you hold on to it, don't just chuck it out the window and say, oh, make all these excuses for why you're the problem. If you hold on to it for a little bit and just analyze and look at it from any point of view you can, even points of view you don't agree with, then you can use it to understand how to help others as well as yourself. Because if not everyone has the same perspective as you. And if you can go through, it's like when you're an old person that has, or older per se, when you are older and you find someone who is going through an experience that was very similar to yours, but it's for their first time, you can use your advice to help them out and maybe guide them to being happy again. And then it just starts a chain reaction because they know that they can guide someone else and help someone else after that, and then so on and so forth. And it's just, there's no bad thing that can come out of it. Now, of course, if you hold on to it in an unhealthy way, like obsess over it and tear yourself apart because you refuse to move past the fact that you can't change it, be careful when that happens. I'm not going to say just don't do it because I know that it's impossible to just stop something like that. But just be careful and reach out if you can't roll with the punches alone. You know, you don't always have to go through it alone. There's plenty of people out there just waiting to help you, even if you haven't met them yet. They're ready and rearing to help you get back up when you're knocked down. And I should probably expand on that more someday, but time is almost up, and I feel like I've reached a pretty decent conclusion here. I don't feel very good that I haven't even uploaded anything, and I've already missed 2 days of recording because I planned on recording something every day and then uploading like 3 at first and then uploading everything else from there. But I suppose we'll see how that goes. All right, well, this has been episode 3 of the Phizcast. Thank you for tuning in and making it this far and listening to me ramble on about pretty much anything. Expect more. See ya.